All right, buttons are pressed. Things are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back
Hello.
to Monday Night Modding for the first time in a while. You may be thinking, but in North America it's only afternoon, but for Pox it is night. So, hi, Pox.
Hi.
Uh, should I explain what we're doing today, or do you want to?
Um, Considering you probably have a better idea what you want to do, you should do
All right, so basically, a problem in Empire at War, and I know what you're thinking. Empire at War has problems. Surprising as it may be, it does sometimes. Uh, when you build things like Golans or the Veladuja or whatever that are secondary defense structures, the AI isn't able to see them. So when they're planning an attack on a station, a planet that has 5 Golan 3s and a light shipyard is seen the same way as just a light shipyard. So what we're doing today is trying to rework it so that the station slot is, rather than being an actual structure, sort of takes all the extra stations that you've built there, gets how strong they roughly are, and then spawns in a kind of dummy packet of combat power that the AI is able to see. So even if they're not separating it into different structures, they can see that it is, in fact, roughly this powerful. They'll send an appropriate fleet, which also means we need to make it so that shipyards that you build stuff from are actually separate from that main slot as well, but that's less important and easier. So that's kind of what we're working on today, a script that will be able to put in the dummy shipyards and check how strong they're supposed to be, make sure the correct thing is always there, make sure we don't spawn something in, replace all the stuff you've built. So that's what we're doing. And I think that'll be in plugins, and we'll probably want the key dummy lifecycle handler open.
Yeah, that's probably a good start. Um, all right. Uh, let's see. What do we have here? So the key dummy lifecycle handler is basically this thing that allows us to um, provide some kind of key function that determines whether a planet should be spawned. No, whether a dummy should be spawned on a certain planet. And we can see this, for example, here, which is a function that um, determines or spawns or returns true or a no, it doesn't return true, but it returns whether a planet is neutral, human, or AI owned. And depending on that, um, we can spawn different sets of dummies for those planets. So keep this in mind that we have this function, and I'll open the influence service for a second so we can see where it's used.
And
And
right now, this is used for things like the category filters. Those are actually a set of structures. When we talk about dummies, we're talking about structures that exist but don't really serve a direct gameplay function. They're kind of there to provide whatever bonus effects they give. So the category filters, when you're clicking on the build bar to show different sets of units, those are actually spawning and despawning a set of structures essentially that allow you to have access to those things.
and apparently the thing with the human and AI stuff isn't happening here in influence. I forgot how my own code works. Where are we using this? There we are. So here in category filter, it's here we're saying on every planet that conforms to this key, and remember we have this key function that returns a AI planet for functions for planets that are owned by the AI. We want to spawn these sets of this set of dummies, and yes, we are going to use this key dummy lifecycle handler to well, to add dummies to every planet depending on their current level of secondary structures. Right. But experiments first, I guess. So, Corey, what would you say is a good GC to test a starbase despawn in?
I like to use the Thrawn campaign for testing everything because
Okay.
it's small. You know who you're next to,
Yeah,
and
okay, great. So I'm gonna go into GC Throne campaign. Is this being used, right? This is actually linked and not just a file.
it should be. I'm going to check though. So we have the mod folder split up into 3 or 4 mods right now because it makes it easier to work with technically. Thrawn. This may actually be a terrible one for us to use for this. Yeah, I don't think this is actually using a Lewis script.
Too
So
bad,
Art of
but
War.
for real?
It might
Okay.
be. Hold on. Okay. GC agnostic, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff for the Thrawn campaign, since it's older, still uses specific plots or specific Lewis scripts rather than um, a collected one. Because it's got the utility detect cancels, it's got uh, player agnostic, it's got stat display, but Delta Source uses just GC Delta Source rather than the actual Thrawn campaign thing. So you can check GC Delta Source. I think it runs the same way. I'll make sure. Or better yet, just use a different GC.
What about Stars Align? That's really small.
Stars Align is very small, and
It doesn't even have just have a
yeah.
script, but
No,
I'm
it
not
does
sure
have
it's
a GC Stars Align campaign.
yeah.
It
I'm in there.
should work. There you go. But the campaign start function there starts at like 20 weeks in. So we can change that for this.
Okay.
Then forget to change it back.
Sure. All right. Let's see. We have the begin GC function. I mean, we could also just introduce another event.
That's true. I guess.
It runs right at the beginning. Wanna do that?
Sure. Align start. Align underscore start. So.
Okay. Adding that to the Lua.
Yeah.
Align on starts. We are going to call the linked function Starbase test. Okay, so what I have in mind is let's start with one enter. So can you tell me the name of an Imperial or Rebel starbase? I don't know what you want to play as.
I'll make sure it is. Do nr underscore star underscore base, then 1, 2, 3, 4.
And do we have level 1 star bases?
Yeah,
In
1,
this
2,
thing?
3 should
Okay.
all be there.
But are there actually level 1 star bases?
In that one, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
okay.
the starting forces right now because
Okay,
I'm going to
great.
throw in a couple defensive bases just to see if they get deleted.
Okay, let's require the class from our standard library. So we can use some of its utility function. So planet location. So we are finding the first level 1 starbase the game knows about. We are saving its planet. I hope get planet location works on starbases, but I'm not sure. If it doesn't, we may have to test it with get parent object that sometimes returns a planet as well. Okay, and then let's call this planet game object. And then have our custom planet. If this is a new planet, let's have a look at the planet class, what the constructor looks like. And we are passing in the name and the human player. So this is planet game object, get type, get faction name. No, get name. Okay. And the human player is find player local. Okay, so we have this saved. And
What does local do again?
this is a useful thing the Stargate guys posted about in the mod hub a while ago. It actually finds the human player. I think it's called local because you can also use it in multiplayer, I guess. And okay, let's get the structures. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, we can get the orbital structure information from this. Okay. And now we are going to despawn the starbase. And oh wait, okay, so let's oh, we need to spawn something, I guess, on this planet, but we'll do that later. Okay, first let's print the structures so we know what's on there. This does have a get name method, right? Does. Great.
So there have been a few questions in the chat about whether we're giving shipyards, which is what our space stations were, weapons. There will be a couple lasers, but again, they are shipyards, so they're not combat stations. This stream isn't about changing the actual stats or whatever. This is about changing what we use the base game station slot for. Shipyards will be a separate structure that you build, kind of like Golans and stuff now. The actual shipyards or station slot, which is what we've used shipyards for, is going to be used for like a back end system, which is what this code is for.
Right. Okay, I guess we will need to loop through this structure array or other table. Let's have an output string. Right. Or we can just print that out. Okay. And now we will just repeat this after the starbase despawn. And we have to remove this local, otherwise it's going to fail. And call this after starbase despawn. Oh wait, this should be structures. Structure string. Okay. Well, if you don't see any mistakes, I think we can test this.
All right, so this is just going to be getting rid of it then on
Right.
whichever one it finds first.
I think I made a mistake. This is not in the standard library. This is in EAWX Galaxy. Makes sense. Okay. So we find the first New Republic level 1 starbase. We get its planet. Then we instantiate the planet class, our custom planet class. Then we get the orbital structure information, build a string with it that we can print out the string. Oh, this one. This is better. And let's see, what else? Then we do the same thing again.
After despawning.
Yes, after despawning.
So one of the issues that we have to work around with this is that we can't just pop in and out the structure slot thing, or we're going to be testing if we can. Because if you've ever fought some of that stuff before. When you destroy the station, the shipyards hang around, or the defensive stations hang around. But if one gets rebuilt, it'll despawn all of the defensive stations. So if you build in a new starbase, it doesn't happen if you upgrade levels, I don't think. So we might be okay unless it's going from 0 to 1. But we'll have to test that.
Hmm.
All right, stars align, Republic rather. I'm in the debug build, so it's going to be laggy and fun. I'll drag it over to the other monitor.
We're not seeing it.
Let's see if any of my planets are missing a starbase.
Oh, have you done the AIFF script?
I have not. That would have been a good idea.
Yeah. I don't know if you have to restart it. It may have kept the local memory or something.
No, I think you do need to restart the GDC.
Okay. Delete the AI log file before you restart the GC. It'll clean it up a bit.
All right. So as far as in-game goes, it won't really be something the player really notices directly. It's just this slot here that currently shows the starbase level will be used to show an amount of like a tier of combat power, and there'll be another particle probably below the planet showing the actual station level. But let's see if that did anything or did we wanted.
You can check the debug, the AI log already.
Yeah, I opened it. I'm just getting rid of all the extra files.
Okay.
What was the message? Structures on. Huh.
Nothing there.
There is no structures on.
And do we have an error somewhere?
Yeah, I'm looking for that now. Pumping events in state determined faction Lua. In base definitions. Da-da-da. I'm going to go to the bottom and then go up. Still pumping events and okay.
Wait a second, but what's the determined faction thing?
That's the event that fires at the start.
Oh, right.
That's what figures out which faction's event should fire. But
okay. Well, does that maybe override align starts?
No, it shouldn't.
Because they're both firing basically at 0 seconds, right?
Yeah, maybe it is. So what if we just pop this starbase test instead of find faction? I don't think we really need find faction for this. It'll stop like speeches and stuff from happening, but I don't think that matters that much.
Okay, so I just comment this out, right?
Yeah. That should work. All right. Try it again.
More debug build time. Woo!
New Republic.
Remember to delete the AI log again.
I just scroll to the bottom. It's fine. All right. Pumping events in state determined faction Lua.
Huh. Yeah, but you didn't delete the AI log, right? So
I
it's
didn't, but
probably
this is still new.
this should be
These are the last few lines of
okay.
that one.
Are we sure that GC Stars Align campaign is actually the one being used?
It should be,
Yeah, okay, it says.
because it says GC Stars Align campaign.
Yeah, okay, true, I guess.
I might need to restart the debug build to make it actually load some of this.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Didn't ask you to.
It should reload it on like starting the GC, but
Yeah, that's true.
it
It's a bit weird.
sometimes doesn't do everything.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's annoying.
Well,
Why is Yuzon Vong playable for you? Are you playing that? So we're going to be starting to work on them soon. You guys won't be able to play as them soon. But part of that, we're redoing all the story scripting for the Era progressive campaigns because how the way that eras work is changing a bit. Uh, so it's kind of future proofing. That involves moving the Empire of the Hand to one of the non-main slots because the Yuzon Vong benefit from it a lot more. So that means Empire of the Hand doesn't get their story scripting, and this was a good time to switch them.
maybe now that that CNC remake is out, we can poke Petroglyph a bit more about additional patches.
I've tried. I tried asking Torpid about the faction stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got to ask Brian about that." So,
Well,
but
Brian just said the last time we asked him, he just said there's just no time for it. So
yeah,
maybe
but they're
now.
making Earthbreakers and something else, and EA still has them supporting CNC. And there's a chance that EA Play will see the announcement of new CNC stuff that Petroglyph is probably working on. So
Maybe just label it as a modder patch and just give us the goddamn function that allows us to add stuff to the locked unit list.
we can't have nice things. Okay. All right. Can't find structures on. GC stars. Can't find that either.
And find what?
Can't
Okay.
find GC stars align campaign.
Uh-oh. Did I misspell align stars or something?
Oh, you did. It's align start.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was great.
We're good at this. So I think we can re-enable this.
Yeah.
No? I'll
Don't
leave
push
it.
it.
Okay. Change one thing at a time. Yeah, like I said, have you seen anything with the Earthbreakers?
I think I saw a trailer at some point, but I have forgotten all about it, to be honest.
they're pretty deep in development.
RTS.
They're still talking about whether or not they will add the RTS functions, and it seems like it's not going to be core to the game. So if you do that kind of thing and it's not properly planned out, that seems risky. So I don't know. It looks cool, but so the baseline of defense platform that occupies the role of space station for vanilla AW remains stagnant and consistent for any given. So no, the basic idea is that you will not interact with that slot at all. It will be an invisible object. You don't touch it. All the same structure options that you always had will exist. It's just Starbases won't use that specific slot. The quote unquote Starbase is not going to be there. It's just a collection of data that the AI is able to see. But it doesn't mean you won't be able to build other defense platforms, because you aren't going to be directly seeing or targeting or building this Starbase slot. It's just a way for us to package all the other defensive stuff that you can build and make sure the AI knows what kind of stuff is there. So it's not that you're always forced to have this same building or it gives you this building. There is no, from like the player's perspective, there is no building. It's just when you build a shipyard, when you build a defensive station, the game will take the data on how powerful that is overall and spawn in this dummy that lets the AI know roughly what's there. Which also allows us to do more with the defensive stations because the AI will now be able to see roughly how strong it is. So, end of the day, you guys probably won't see too much directly change in game from this other than a couple like UI changes, but it allows us to do a lot more, which is basically how every function done in Monday Night Modding works. It ends with us having the game exactly back where it was, but
Still nothing?
Still nothing. Starbase test. Of course, I didn't actually do AIFF script.
Oh.
I'm going to put this back just to see.
Right.
What if you just have Find Faction call Starbase test at the end instead?
Okay. That's a safe. Wait a second. Do we actually want that? Find Faction. I don't know. I'm not convinced.
To test it? To make sure it's actually doing anything?
Try it first. I'm optimistic.
I don't know why, but okay. Not skirmish. I really wish debug build wasn't this laggy. Like the dev mode for Sins runs it logs exactly the same stuff and runs exactly as well as the base game that does. But here we are with the AW.
Yeah, true. Well, Brian said the code was a mess, so.
All right, AI log. Pumping events in state determine faction Lua. Why is it always in that? Stop pumping determine faction Lua. So I should be able to look for Starbase. It's not happening. I think we need.
In that case, you know what we are doing? We are taking determine faction Lua and putting it as the condition for Starbase test.
Mm-hmm. On the other hand, it's not crashing.
Well, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see a crash in our main GC script because it's a separate spot.
How are you still pumping it? Oh, I didn't delete it. Wow.
Well, and it will be determined faction lure now because we switched that. So if determined faction lure
Oh, yeah.
is in there now, then it's a good thing.
All right, pumping events in determined faction Lua. Yeah, so that is happening.
But what is it doing?
Good question. Right. Structure. Starbase test, was it? No, what was the structure on? Structures on?
Structures on, yeah.
It's not messaging.
Oh. But do we have an error? We have to have an error.
We don't seem to. Because it's still, that script is still having events pumped.
I mean, there has to be an error, or
Nope.
what if it didn't update properly and we're still running with the old version of the Lua script?
No, it seems to be updating properly because it changes when we do stuff wrong. Here, what if we put a message somewhere?
We can probably do a
Let's do more
message
messages
right at the beginning.
So that's on enter. Let's try that again. AI log can go away. 13th time's the charm. And this is how we get to fix the stupid little stuff that prevents us from doing the other stuff. Because this will turn out to be something really dumb and simple.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it has to be. We literally have done nothing yet. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Entering. It's not anywhere. I'm not doing match whole word, not doing match case. So it's never actually getting into Starbase test.
Okay, did I misspell on enter or message or whatever? I don't think so. Yeah. Fuck. Well. Okay. Let's go. We're going back to find faction and through this, and yeah, right. We're just no, not that much. Just this. There we go. Let's cut this and put it right here.
This is so dumb.
I have modded this game for 14 years.
Now I'm sad.
Wait. I didn't save it. No, it's saved.
Okay. I wonder if it just wasn't saved on the last.
Oh no.
Oh well, we're here now.
We'll just cut the first hour of the stream or something. And it'll look like we did it on first try.
That is how that works. We can just get rid of whatever we want. GC stars align. Pumping event. Okay, so you're not crashed. I just want a debug message though. Are any of you debug messages? It was playing the thing. So was that, is that handled this way? Talks and intro welcome Empire. Intro welcome new. Okay, so this it's getting past this. How is it getting past that if it's not giving?
Are you sure? Are you?
Oh, I didn't have AI log on.
Oh.
Fuck. Or do I? No, I must because it's pumping things.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it anyways.
Is there somewhere another script called GC stars align? Maybe in the override folder.
That would be a possibility. All right, because we're doing this in base, right? So tr data scripts story. Oh yeah, look at that. Fuck's sakes.
Wait,
is there one here? Yeah, it's right here. This is what it's loading. We've wasted all of our time.
Oh god. Well, kill it or something, or copy it in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. We'll edit the one we're editing now.
Right.
I'll move it in later.
So,
God damn it.
I see you have opened it in Visual Studio Code, but I can't see it because it's not part of the workspace.
Yeah, I just deleted the one in the TR folder.
Oh, okay, great.
Because this should still load it.
Wow. Well, I'm actually not sure because, well, you've overwritten the base one.
Fine. Well,
the other one, I'm not sure if
this will be good information to have in the future.
Oh yeah, okay.
So we'll see what happens. All right, now there was no message, so something happened. All right, it did load the right one. Attempt to index local SB, a nil value.
Well, great. Apparently we cannot find Starbase object. I don't know.
Should we move this back to its own function again?
Well, I don't know. Have I misspelled this? The
nr_star_base_1. That looks correct.
Looks correct.
I'm in the file, or will be in a second. Okay, campaign nr_star_base_1. And I'm going to copy it just to be absolutely sure. nr_star.
Looks the same.
Of type. Find first object of type.
Is it of type?
Both should work, but
no, I don't. I think it's find first object, but it's find first object. It's find all objects of type.
Oh yeah.
Find first object. I mean, we can try find first.
No, I think you're right.
We can do find all objects of type and then take the first one.
That seems lame. Hold on. Okay, find first object of type is not a thing. It is find first object. Why does it
Bob,
not
can
want-
you do find first object on Starbases? Have you tried that?
Um, hmm. Why does this game hate both us and interactions with starbases? All
Wait,
right.
what?
Find
Find first
object
object doesn't
type.
work?
There's that.
Yeah,
Hope
but
that
that
works.
does not type.
Uh,
Wait, it's possible FFO doesn't work in. No, I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
it does.
Yeah, I have used that before.
Let's see if that's true. Let's find everywhere we've used it.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Find first object.
Attacker base pad. These are all tactical. Tactical. Yeah, it works. I used it for the missions.
Yeah. Okay. Would have surprised me that one.
Works on markers. It should
Yeah,
work on stations.
well, stations are treated a bit different, I think.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be treated more differently than markers.
Let's try find all objects of
Oh, maybe
type.
all caps.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Unless
because other stuff isn't. But
yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if that worked.
find all objects of type is the thing, right? Yeah. I'm super paranoid now that I'm misspelling stuff.
No, that's all correct.
Right. Okay, so now we're using find all objects of type. And we're picking the first one. And maybe that works. Because this is totally different. Super optimistic here.
Keep saying that.
Hi chat, modding Empire at War is a great hobby.
Okay, should we save first?
I did save.
No, you didn't.
Wait.
I just did, but I saw the little dot, so someone didn't save something.
Oh, wait. I don't. Okay.
Huh? What am I waiting for?
No, I thought I saved. But I thought okay. It's all fine.
It's all fine. Is this the Pox guarantee?
Well, it would be if Empire at War didn't work in mysterious ways.
I think your use of the term work there is generous. I'm willing to grant that it exists in mysterious ways. Why are we doing this when we can use perceptions?
Well, because we need to despawn star bases.
Can your perceptions do that, Bob?
We need to find starbase objects so we can despawn them.
Can your precious perceptions tell me why it rains? All right. So GC stars attempt local.
Well, shit.
But did that actually load the new? I think it did. So
I mean, you can delete the AI log
I
and try
did,
again. Okay.
but I don't know if it loaded the new one in game. I'm not 100%. I think it did, but it should have.
Restart the debug build and try again.
That's a lot of time for misplaced optimism.
Yeah, but well, sure, we can have shipyards that don't require a starbase, but if the starbase is an indicator for the strength of the secondary structures, we still need to despawn it if we want to swap it out for another one.
Or if other stuff gets killed or sold.
Right.
If you build other faction ships, Michael, they cease to be other faction ships. All right, that actually didn't take too long to load.
One day we can launch the debug build without any weird sound errors
All right,
that keep popping up.
still nil value. Local
Hey,
SB.
shit, so that entire system, we can screw that.
There has to be a way to find star bases and do stuff with them. We can spawn them.
Yeah, we can spawn them.
So we should be able. What happens if we spawn a level 3?
You can spawn star bases, and spawn unit returns the spawned object. Right?
Technically.
So, if we spawn the starbase
Jesus
at the
Christ.
beginning of the GC, we will always have a starbase reference we can use.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
Well,
what if there's a planet that already has a starbase? If we spawn another starbase there, will that overwrite the original starbase?
I don't know.
That's what we should find out first.
Let's not try that on right now. Maybe go into the file in the GC file, remove a starbase from one of the planets, and we'll spawn one manually, and then we can check out what we want to do.
I mean, we could find it all out at once without having to relaunch the debug build.
Yeah, but then stuff won't work, and
Yeah, I guess we're gonna be.
Bob is right about that.
Yeah.
So, right, remove one from the XML, and
Oh, and I think that actually updates, so I shouldn't need to reload.
So, spawn unit, and find object type.
Not even gonna bother with AI log yet. All right. Who's the lucky one to die?
It's object type location owner, right? For spawn unit. I always forget the order of the parameters.
Yes.
What planet do you want to spawn it on?
It is object list, start planet, owner. Then
right.
True false. I am loading the thing. Campaigns align as Pinstar. Don't want that. Possible relevant point. Game scoring has a special category just for Starbase Death.
Right. I played around with the event for that, and I found out that actually it seems to only trigger when the starbase gets destroyed, if I'm not mistaken.
So, like, tactically destroyed?
Yeah, well,
Brental.
not necessarily, but so the event is basically just a starbase level change event,
Okay.
but it seems it's only triggered when after a battle when the starbase was destroyed. I played around with it and tried to do stuff when the starbase upgrades, but it didn't work.
Shit.
So why are you playing around in
What do
the
you
game
mean?
right now? You still need to tell me which planet you want.
Yeah, because I was
Starbase
trying to
on.
see if I could delete the starbase without having to restart. It's Brental, but I need to restart.
Okay, so that's with the double A, right?
Yeah. It just sounded like you were asking me why I'm playing games in class. Sorry,
Where are you?
if I sick game open. I'm not playing sick game right now.
Right. Okay. Uh, I saved.
I'm proud of you.
Maybe double check my spelling of Brental.
Do we still need the table indicator at the end there?
Wait, what table indicator?
The index 1.
Yeah, we do, because
Okay.
spawn unit
Oh,
for
it's a
some
table?
reason returns the returns the table.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Thanks, EAW. I'm just gonna turn on script.
Yeah, this is gonna work now.
If you keep saying that, eventually you'll be right.
Yeah.
All right, it didn't work.
Well, shit.
All right. Scrolling down. Hold on. Did Brentel? Well, Brentel has the thing. I should have checked that before. Oh well.
Okay.
I don't know how I would have checked that before, but
So
attempt to index a nil value.
Well, that's too bad.
But now it doesn't call it SB a nil value.
Wait, so
Progress.
what line is it on?
48.
48. Wait, that's SB.
Yeah, but it doesn't specifically say SB in the error anymore. So it's a
Right.
different.
Oh yeah, that's because. Wait a second. So it spawns a starbase.
Spawning a
apparently
starbase
spawn
always
unit.
returns nil.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the game just doesn't want you to find starbases.
Yeah. Okay. So what do we do now?
We try just
I heard
spawning a
Solaris is a
different
nice
type.
game to mod.
It's actually not. I really hope we don't have to use fucking unit dummies for this shit.
I mean, but why? Unit dummies would be super weird to handle.
Yeah, it'd also mess up the fleet viewer.
Yeah,
And I presume
yeah.
the AI would then be like, "Hey, look at this thing I have in my fleet. I'm moving my fleet." Actually, no, I'm not. Um,
Um, so
no, I
Bob,
guess it wouldn't be involved in plans, so that's not true. But
what was the reason that we couldn't run a perception when determining what kind of force you need to take a planet? That was it because it's in the engine code and not in the plan code or something?
more, the problem isn't figuring out where things are; it's being able to actually interact with them once they're there, because we need to be able to despawn them. So we should try just spawning another one at the planet, and the game may automatically remove the old one, which would be fine. Because I don't think it lets you pile multiple star bases up on a planet.
Well, there's a thing we can try. Uh, let's spawn another one at Brental, I guess.
Brental is the one that shouldn't have any. So hold on, I will check.
I will override this with the level 3 star base.
Go for Ithor and spawn a level 2.
Yeah, okay, wait. I first need to. I'm gonna delete all this stuff here because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to leave this here in case we need to log the structures again, but Ithor instead of Brental.
Yeah, spawn a level 2 there. And on Levian, we're going to spawn a level 1.
Okay, a level 2, right? Okay, a
Yeah,
level 2
Ithor
of
should be level
Ithor.
2. And I'm going to get Levian so we can test. Oops, that's a planet.
Right. Yeah, maybe.
So Ithor we're going to try upgrading, Levian we're going to try downgrading.
Oh boy. Bob with the grand plans. We could use the AI to build star bases.
But if can you build a level 1? All right, well, let's see what this does.
Right. Is Livian correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mord, we could make a whole table saying what level each planet has. It's just we can't grab the item from that. And that's what we need to be able to do. It's not whether we know what's there, it's whether we can do anything with what's there to change it. Because knowing what's there
Right.
is useless if we can't actually grab the object. And that's the
Yeah.
problem that
Getting
we're
the
having.
starbase level for Stim is pretty easy, but yeah, we need to interact with the starbase and we need to be able to despawn it and spawn a new one instead.
All right, let's see. Levian is level 1, Ithor is level 2. That worked. But I think that worked. It's
Wait,
just
so did we just downgrade one as well?
we downgraded one, we upgraded the other.
Wow,
And
that's nice.
did it crash? That's the other option or question because we downgraded last. But I don't think we did. Or I don't think it did.
Right, so
It worked.
that's pretty awesome. Nice. Okay. I mean, we don't have any of the logging stuff anymore, so that's one of the things we need to check next. So,
Logging stuff?
yeah, I want to log stuff after the starbase change.
Right.
So,
There's
can
one more thing
we?
I want to try before we do anything else.
Okay. What do you want to try?
I want to spawn something at Levian, and I'm going to play a different faction so that I can invade. Ooh, this is actually... I'm going to quit the GC, because sometimes if there's a double object, that could be a problem. But it doesn't look like there's a double object.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So...
Because otherwise Levian would still show level 2 because there would be a level 2 there. So that's good. But I want to put a goal in there so we'd be able to see if the switches matter. Because otherwise we may not even need to track the... like, we may not even to keep a running tally of the objects there as long as stuff isn't destroyed.
Right. I forgot that we have a structure display. We don't even need to log it. We can just click on the planet to see it.
God, I don't even remember where we fucking keep golems. They used to be here. Yes, they are still here. Alright, Rebel Golem 2. Alright, you're gonna be Golens now. I need to restart, but I think I can just restart in base game or in non-debug.
That's optimistic.
Well, this is just to see if the
pretty
structures are there.
But that's really optimistic.
Well, there's nothing debug will tell me here. We already know that we haven't changed any of the scripting.
Yeah, that's true.
For those lightning fast load times. All right, and I wanted to play Empire.
Oh, you want to attack the planets?
Yeah, because we just...
Oh, no.
Oh, did I go to the wrong fucking thing?
Oh, the thing is...
Oh, I edited it in the other one.
We spawned... we are spawning them for find player local.
Yeah.
And...
Can you change that to Rebel, and I'll change this to spawn in the right GC as well? Alright, Rebel. This could actually end up being much simpler than I thought it would be.
Yeah, if the starbase change just works like that, maybe we're lucky and all the structures persist as well.
Right, that worked. Watch it crash when I invade because there's actually 2 objects there now.
Yeah.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, if there are 3 Golens here, I will be very happy. There are 0 Golens here.
Well, okay.
It's not
So,
the end of the world, but it's
I mean,
sad. Yeah, so the other decision we then have to make is, do we want the level 1 starbase to always just be there? Which I think we kind of probably do as the smallest packet. And the game has a hard limit of 5, right? It's not like tech levels where we can go above 5.
I think I tried it. but that was when I tried to make it display more than 5. I don't know if you can potentially have more than 5. We'll have to check that out.
Hmm. All right. Well, it replaces them, but that's not the end of the world. We
Right.
were thinking we'd have to make that library anyways. It is a hard limit. All right.
It's a hard limit. Are you sure?
Uh,
I mean, I have only tested it with displaying, as I said, but I
think Bob and Jorrit both tested that before.
okay.
Question is, do we trust Bob and Jorrit?
Whew.
Oh, Bob has downgraded it to just saying it to I'm pretty sure in asterisk. Right. So but since they get replaced anyways, it's kind of a
yeah. Well, okay.
But we do need to be able to replace a level 5 with 0, which we can't do, so it has to be level 1.
Yeah, sure.
So level 1 has to be the basic that's always there.
I mean, Bob said, well, he doesn't know how to change the display. Well, the display goes away anyway, right?
Yeah, who cares about the display?
Yeah. So, if that's the only problem.
Here, let's actually... well, the other thing, we always need to remember to change the game constants for it, because there is a limit set in game constants that people always forget about, and that's why we had trouble when adding the level 4 back in. So we might be able to do more than 5.
Okay, yeah, okay. We can test that out later, I guess.
Yeah, that's not important right now.
The important thing right now is to make a new plugin, I guess. Let's see. So, what do we call it? It's a combat power monitor.
So are we doing the combat power monitoring, or are we doing the structure tracking to replace first?
Well, it's the same thing, I thought. Like, get the structures, add up the combat power, and spawn a star race based on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when we spawn the starbase, that's going to kill off the orbital structure, so we have to make sure that that doesn't then prompt the starbase to want to respawn as something else.
Yeah. Okay. One step at a time. Start with an init lure. Return. And we are going to run once a week, I guess. Weekly init date.
That feel... See, I don't know if it should be weekly or if it should be like the categories and just update whenever it needs to. Because that's... A lot can happen in a week that is very relevant for this. It'll be very noticeable that it's off a lot of the time.
Right. Wait, Bob says something. Respawn of the orbital structures should always occur before any evaluation of the local power. What local power?
I think he's saying for what I was saying.
Okay. What did you say again?
That we have to make sure when it's evaluating the combat power switching the starbase, that the fact that the starbase switching changes the combat power in orbit would then need to be... It was just a bad joke and now it's causing confusion. I should just never make any jokes.
Okay. Do we have any dependencies? I don't think so, right? No, wait, we need the key dummy life cycle thing. Key dummy life cycle handler.
It might need to be frame update.
Frame update. Nah.
It should be checking if it needs to change anything first, and then changing. Weekly is not going to work. We know that.
No, wait, so don't mistake that. So we are only re-evaluating the combat power every week. But the respawning of, so if we notice that a starbase is missing, then it's gonna happen within 10 seconds.
Yeah, but like if you finish a structure in the middle of the week, or there's an attack in the middle of the week, will that update? Or is it only like you have to wait until the next week before it takes into account the new
We
structure?
can take construction into account as well.
Okay.
Wait, oh shit. We cannot use the key dummy lifecycle handler. Because starbases we can't find starbases. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is gonna require a custom solution. Well. But maybe it's gonna be easy, I don't know. We'll figure it out on the fly. Okay, so let's require EAWA-standard.class. Okay. Always use type annotations, because that helps us with autocomplete. Okay, what do we need? We need an update function. And we are going to get a planet. Okay. So what else? Okay, I guess we need a repository or a table that stores what we spawned previously. So through the underscores, current star base. Okay, let's go. 4. And mm, and like the conquest. 2. Oh wait, 3 pairs. Right. Do we want to set every starbase level to 1 first?
Yeah, I
I
think
guess we have to,
everything gets set to 1, then
and
it
then it
runs
updates
the setup.
automatically.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And I guess once we have we don't use the actual star bases anymore, we can probably have a common star base for every faction, right? Like for all
Yeah.
the factions. Okay. Star base name. Other star base types.
It'll still be really fucking weird with auto resolve, but that's always the case. So
Let's go with our star bases first. Oh, nope. How many have we? 4, right?
there are 4. We'll have 5 though.
Okay.
Well, we'll have at least
Go
5. So
with
may as well just
4
leave
for
with 4, and we
now.
can
Yeah.
add them.
Okay.
I don't think we've actually put in the reduced combat power for things yet.
What do you mean reduced combat power?
We had to divide all the combat power by 10, so I need to check what's actually there.
Okay. So can we have a perception that calculates the combat power for us?
Can the perception see the...
It should, right?
We might just
Bob,
have to
I'm going.
make a set of... It'll
Can
either
you?
have to be perceptions, or we'll have to just have a table of what the combat power for each thing is so that it can add it up. But if it can
Right.
get the combat power, that'd be
I mean,
really
we
cool,
can
but then we probably wouldn't need to do this.
get combat. There's a function. Get
Perceptions cannot
combat
see the precise
rating.
combat power, but you can write equations that will return a value you want. That's probably better to do than...
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's also the get combat rating function. Bob, have you tried to work with the get combat rating function for object types? Oh. I mean, we can. Right. I'm going to try this. I'm feeling optimistic about this.
You said that a lot, and it's never worked out for us.
Right. going to work. So let's go with planet, get orbital.
Right. When
Right.
this doesn't work, I'll write a perception.
Yeah, okay. Maybe start already.
Okay, yeah, because we can. Right. I'm just not sure if you have multiple of the same thing. Will this kind of perception add? I think it will. Whatever. If I do this wrong, it can easily be edited. Structure count, okay.
You know what I really miss in Lua? A continue statement. The one that just gives your for loop iteration if a condition isn't met.
Well,
okay, so this should get us the combat rating. Monitor. Take this here.
oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot.
Hmm. That didn't sound that optimistic.
I made a new perception and started editing the other one.
Oh, not a great thing.
So Mord has just means if it has it, then you get the value. Count will mean you get it times the number.
Right, so kind of. What do you want the limits on Starbase to be?
The limit, like the combat power ranges?
Yeah. So we'll
We
go
are
with,
going to find
I
out.
don't know, 0 for 1, maybe? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Well, level 1 is going to have to exist even if you have 0 combat power, so yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So,
level
okay, let's
2...
go. I don't know how our combat ratings are, so
Yeah.
we'll figure something out.
So on the spreadsheet, it's different than it is in game right now because we had to divide everything by 10. But I will look at what this says. So Golan 3's... A Golan 1 is 1,400, which means 14,000 right now. So maybe put the first breakpoint at 28,000 for now.
Okay. And next.
28,000.
Oh, 28.
Then maybe the next one should be 60,000. Hopefully we'll be able to add in more structure levels, but this is just a test. Then 100,000.
Bob says, remember the value of shipyard garrisons.
Yep. That'll
Right.
have to...
So...
Golan 2, Rebel Golan 2, then we have strategic. Why do we have fucking strategic? Are they actually used anywhere? I forget. I think it's for like the shipyard levels, but I'll still put them in. Whatever. I think that, yeah, that's what all the factions use. That's what all the cool kids use. Going to... I think that's about as elegant as that can be.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna move this to frame planet update. And let's this state.
Probably can make this a smaller number because otherwise, whatever. All right. So I have made a basic perception for when this fails. So I won't compile yet because I have faith that whatever you're doing is better and will absolutely work. Unless you're making this assuming the perception is going to exist.
No, it should.
What's up?
What up?
Good Corey Wait, what? Wait, are you Corey or not Corey? No, you have to be Corey, right?
I am Corey.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was just like, your name changed.
Yeah, I'm making fun of Bob.
Oh, really?
He's got the wrong dice in his profile picture. He's got a triumph and needs to be a despair.
Oh, that's so not cool. So, Corey, question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have another Star Wars project that requires some concepting?
We have the same Star Wars project that requires concepting.
I mean, specifics as to what ship you need concepting on.
We're
Because
working on
I just recently let myself go from the other community, SOTP.
Right, you should know we're streaming right now, so anything you don't want the public to hear may want to avoid saying anything like that, but
They're probably in there. It's fine.
okay.
I just want to get back into concepting again.
But yeah, we're still working on a lot of like Valerie started some concepts for the Empire of the Hand, but she's also working on any other concepts we need. So there's a few places that
Are you
require.
guys still looking for the same concepting style as before? The ones that I've made before?
Similar. Like we can go over some stuff later. Like we have one Empire of the Hand ship done in addition to the Peltis that you made, but I can show you what that's like now. And she did some thumbnails that have the basic design language for them, but I'm sure she'd appreciate some help like actually fleshing that out into the full concepts plus other factions that aren't the Empire of the Hand that need stuff.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit me up later.
Sure.
Or I'll message you. It's all good.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I have my function ready, I think.
Okay.
So
I'm not going to compile the config. So I don't think it'll give an error because it only reads from config. Game's weird. Perceptual equations don't read at all from the XML, right, Bob?
should
I don't think they do. It's the
I
other
think
stuff
that
that
was
can.
a bug with the old version before the Steam time.
Well, I'll figure. We'll see.
Well, I don't know. Well,
I'll compile it. Whatever. It's fine. But then when it's wrong, it'll be bad.
it can read from XML, says Bob. Bob speaks the truth.
Yeah, I'm reading your guys' concepts. Or sorry, your comments. I see the stream.
Okay,
We
wait
can
a
talk
second.
later.
All right.
So what you guys up to like right now as far as the coding is concerned?
We are trying to make fake star bases that we can spawn in so the AI knows what's on a planet. So should I be testing this now, Box?
No.
No? Okay.
No. We made a great mistake. Well, I made a
That's
great
not
mistake. So, get over to structure information actually just gives information about all the structures. So, this doesn't contain the type name, but the text. So, I guess I need to write another function. So we have structures, planet, occurrences, structure information, and structure occurrence. Structure name. Well, we'll just copy this and make it another function. Get over to structures.
Am I not following you anymore? I'm not. Oh, you went into a different file.
Yeah, I'm in planet now.
Hans is joined.
Oh yes, I sneaked my way in.
Hey.
Thought you were discussing something, so I remained.
Right, I'm just gonna keep doing the. I'm gonna test the perception because I'm sure I did something wrong.
Well, something wrong, impossible.
Doing something wrong could also be doing something right. You never know.
Perception parsing error. I love it.
When you have time, Corey, could you put in that entry I sent you?
Yep, I'll do that after this.
Very good.
Right. That was not successfully parsed. I could have told you that, but you could have told me more information.
So what are you trying to fix today? Oh, the stations, so that AI recognizes them?
Yep.
Very nice. How's it going?
Eh.
Eh.
It's going.
Uh,
We're learning things and
well, I think I'm ready on my end.
okay. I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get something that works, and then I'll test your thing. Hopefully it's just because I needed decimals. That was way long ago, Bob. It wasn't mine. I never touched that one.
Not the time for this, Bob. Get back to your writing.
Oh, influence modifier was not successfully parsed. What the fuck? I didn't intentionally change that. I don't think I changed that. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't.
Isn't that the one that you changed unintentionally?
Yeah,
earlier?
but then I undid all the changes to it.
But maybe
And
you
I'm
didn't.
I'm looking in GitHub though, and it's only looking at my new perception. Oh, that's still right. Fuck. I thought this was something that worked outside of dev build. I think the numbers might be too big. No, it's still giving me perception parsing errors, Bob, when I launch it. It's just on the other. It's on the other monitor.
Corey,
Yes.
what's the name of the user who I'm supposed to be looking out for
What?
later today? Who's the name of the user who I'm supposed to be looking out for when it comes to talking concepts later?
Me.
Just you, or was there supposed to be somebody else involved?
Yeah, I'll talk to you first, and then we'll
Okay.
coordinate more. So we can
All right.
probably talk in the art channel, and then everyone can see it too. But
Sounds good.
New
right.
acquaintance model.
bad portion is parameter type equals : Okay, well that is the whole thing. So does this not end? Oh shit, right. I always leave that shit out.
Have you figured out what's wrong yet?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how,
Also, you may wanna run this in debug build, right? Because there's no way this works out of the box. Oh wait, I forgot something before you started.
Sean, the pop cap technically increased, but functionally it didn't because we rescaled it. So the overall number of units, it's still scaled to 10 Star Destroyers, but we just have more control within it. So hopefully that should work. So I will build that again. Okay, no perception parsing errors.
Great.
Did I launch that after you saved your thing?
I hope so.
But I guess I'll need to be in debug.
Yeah, that would be great. You know what? Maybe we should just, I don't know, make the right. So let's do something. And
the sound of that?
make it all Starbase level 4.
Okay, so we can see if it's doing things.
Yeah. Maybe it's gonna crash because some planets can't support its level 4 Starbase.
I think I think spawning for it works.
Okay.
I do a release video every time, Sean. So if you just look in the mod news playlist, you should see everything, or at least that stuff. Ignore asserts, or I'll be here all day. All right. This will apply in every GC, right? Because you did it to the main thing.
Ooh, shit! I forgot it. I forgot to add it to the installed plugins.
Oh well,
Right.
that's not good.
You will have to do that, by the way, because I don't have access to the.
Oh right, because it's in TR.
Yeah.
Okay. tr data scripts library installed plugins. What's it called?
It's called
Combat Power Combat.
Power Monitor.
Does the order in the installed plugins matter for this? I assume it controls how often or the order in which they're processed, but
yeah. So I try to. It's a mix of, well, dependency order. So I try to put stuff that don't have a lot of dependencies first. And after that, it's more or less the order in which you want it to run. But in a perfect world, whatever we write, it should matter at which point in the update cycle it's being run.
yeah. Like I for my resource manager, I put it before influence, I think, because influence requires it.
Right. Okay.
So does this? I'm just putting this one at the end right now. That'll work.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Boarding is not. We haven't released a fix for boarding yet. One. And we probably can't until a version where people aren't going to be playing on old saves. As much as I'd like to hotfix it, because have we gotten any like? It hasn't been broken since you fixed it, right? No one's reported that.
I don't think so, but I don't think there has been much testing so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to deploy another
tested the old solution a lot, and I think Tritone did test the new one once. And, well, it makes sense that the flush G thing is the source of the error. So I'm assuming that by clearing the loaded table, this should be fixed.
New construction options available.
All right.
New construction.
We know it worked because it crashed. So it's being loaded.
Okay. Did you AIFF script?
No.
Well,
attempt to call.
You don't need to AIFF script to see errors.
Yeah.
So.
Error story events attempt to call class a nil value because something else broke. Combat power monitor. Line 4, I think. Attempt to call combat power monitor a nil value.
Wait, what? Right, because I'm an idiot. I didn't import the combat power monitor thing in the init file. Require EAWX plugin / combat power monitor / combat power.
All right.
Copy that for safety. Hopefully that works. Oh, no, it won't. It won't. Sorry.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, Ek is the one that voiced the Pelta, Daniel.
Yeah. I fixed it. You can try it now.
Okay. So if this doesn't work, I blame you?
Yeah, probably.
And if this does work, then my perception is pointless.
I don't know. Maybe it could be faster.
It does seem to me that it is, like, perceptions have run faster than other stuff.
Yeah. So with the perception, you're taking the number of structures into account as well?
Well, it's taking the overall combat power. It's not taking the number. Okay. Crashed. Combat power monitor. New method. Combat power monitor. Line 17. Attempt to load to index local galactic conquest and ill value.
Oh. That's no fun. Wait, is... Okay, where is GC, player agnostic?
Essentially, Daniel,
Soundtrack?
assuming the fix we did worked, the problem was that the game automatically gets rid of certain information that we need, and Pox made it stop doing that.
Conquest. Context.galactic conquest. This should be there. Is it not there? Mhm. Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, story events. Attempt to call global class and ill value already. So it looks like
Wait.
that crashed earlier, and then it crashed in the GC thing, or in thingy.
Wait, so what's the first?
The first error is scripts library EWX Lua events story events .lua line 28 attempt to call global class and no value. So something's breaking the class system first.
Wait, what?
Look at the
What's
thing.
requiring story events.lua? That is super deprecated.
Maybe I'm just in a bad GC for this. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Oh yeah, because this is the GC we were testing all that shit in years ago. Has it been broken the whole time?
Wait. Well, great.
I think that's the one that we were doing it in. Here, let's go to Essence of War.
Oh man.
I could have swore I played Final Imperial Push recently.
When did we experiment with Lua-based story events?
That was like 2 years ago. That was 2.2
Oh,
shit.
God. Holy shit.
But it shouldn't be.
Why did
Using
you go
it?
for Essence of War? Why didn't you just go for Stars Align or something?
Because I know this one usually
Goal
works.
achieved.
We'll only get relevant information now. Okay, it's still broken. But. Alright. Still attempt to index GC. I'm gonna get a new script just so that the other stuff isn't there. Hold on.
Hey, did you have time to put in the entry?
No?
Okay.
We're still doing the stream.
Well, okay. I'm just doing some editing.
Why is Galactic nil? Get it. Shouldn't be. Let me check out another.
I'm in a different branch right now, honest, so I won't be able to do that until we're done with this, and then I move back to the main branch to push it.
Was that from
Oh
me or Pox?
God, I'm
That was for
such
you.
an idiot.
Okay,
Right.
roger that.
What did you do, Pox?
Yeah, I forgot the self argument in the init function.
Oh, well,
So
good job. But if you go here, I'll tell you the name of the line you're going to be changing, and then you can test it yourself. Since I'll be here for presumably a while if Pox and I can't get this to load. But DR, no, I think it's here.
Nice if I could just figure out if it works.
Because you only need to change one line for it.
All right.
So you want that, then you want to scroll down to this line, and you want to change structure underscore magnapulse underscore charge for the unit banter Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Roger that.
And then that should work. But I'm just in a different branch, so
Okay.
you wouldn't
I'll
be able
test
to
a
access
little
it.
bit.
Okay, so that should work now, Pox.
Let me do a final check. No, not yet. Um, So it's a good starbase rating for. What's a good comet power rating for something with, I don't know, let's say one orbited structure. Let's say golden one.
If it has a goal in one, then it'll be over 1300.
Over 30. Okay, so let's put these back in.
Or 13,000 rather.
Right. So this is 0. And we'll put this at. No, wait, this is. Okay. So what did we have the starbase level for? Limit previously?
100,000, I think.
100? Yeah, okay, so. Right. And this needs to be iPad. Okay. I think you can test now.
All right. Okay, it's not crashing. So it should switch them on weak change.
No, it should actually.
Oh no, it
do
crashed. It
something.
crashed.
Okay.
That's why.
Right.
I'll open the log, and then if it doesn't like it, then I'll AIFF script.
Crash should always be there.
Yeah. Attempt to call get current time and nil value.
Wait, get current
What?
time is a nil value?
Is that? Do you need
Wait,
PG
do I need
events or
underscores?
something? Oh yeah, get current time is.
Oh, fuck it.
Pretty sure.
Sure.
Hold
Nope.
on.
Doesn't need underscores, I think. Right?
It doesn't look right now.
Right. Get current time doesn't need underscores. And I didn't have underscores before. Right. Did I have it once with underscores? And once without?
I think yes.
Right. Oh. Okay. No, they're both without underscores.
All right, just as good. Yeah, if we did a canon mod, then Starhawk will be in there. But so far, we have only done legend stuff. I do really like the Starhawk though. It's not about like thinking cannon bad or something. It's just that's all. It's just what the mod is. Okay, that's still updating. It's all updating.
Do you see any starbase changes?
Not that I can notice. These are all still looking default.
Can you go to? You are playing as the Empire.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you build a Golan on one of the planets that supports the starbase level 2? And yeah,
Building started.
remember that you can't unselect the planet without the whole thing not working anymore.
Well,
Building started.
I hate that. I mean, at least real version doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it's true. Our whole system would just break down.
But it would have meant that ship cruise was easy.
That is true.
Construction complete.
All right. Construction has completed. It is
Enemy fleet
still level
approaching.
1.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay.
Tactical battle imminent.
Too bad.
System lost.
So we need my perception.
We can try it. Probably safer thing.
All right. We'll finish it. Because right now they're just strategics.
What's the perception called?
It is called Defense Station Combat Value with an underscore between everything.
Really, perception doesn't have an underscore, right? No, it doesn't. And say again, what's it called?
Defense underscore station underscore combat underscore value.
Combat. And we are calling for. Did you match the values with the one we have
Yeah.
in our table?
Yeah. I'm using the trillions. Okay. That should at least take into account Golan's, which is all I care about right now. Oh, actually, are there strategic Golan ones? I don't think there are strategic Golan ones. Yeah, just Golan 2 and 3 strategic.
Back in. Here. Right, I evaluate perception. What's the planet first, right? Then the player. Nope. first the player, then the planet. Right, that makes sense. Okay, I think I am ready.
Yeah, it's Lou and Noodle.
And so we need. So just to make sure that we are. So if you what will your function return your perception if you have a single goal and one on your planet?
Then it should return 13,930.0.
Yeah, okay. We can live with that. So basically everything that.
So it'd actually take, even with 2 goal and 1s, it wouldn't be level 2. So I'm actually going to reduce this to like 10,000.
No. So
no?
my function checks if it's below this limit I set in the table.
Yeah.
So when you have one golem and it's 1,300 something or 13,000, then you're going to get a Starbase level 2.
Okay, so it's up to.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm going to just test the regular version.
Oh boy. And you accused me of optimism.
It's not optimism, it's laziness. Mine is better.
Oh, right. Touché.
Right? Things aren't crashing yet. Nothing is spawning though.
We can probably add some debug messages and see if that helps us.
Okay. RIP.
It's dead?
No, it's not dead, it's just sad.
No. Okay.
Because it's not doing what we want.
Not.
Alright, I'll start launching the debug build so we'll be ready. We'll go to the bathroom.
Right. So.
Okay, I'm back. Does it work yet?
Hey. No.
We finished? Oh.
One more.
But debug
One
launched.
more debug. And a base. So the one name. Right. I think now you can probably try it.
Ethrine, there won't be a main starbase to get destroyed.
Don't forget the AIFF
Yep.
scripting.
I prepared one earlier.
Great. Yeah, so after a bunch of seconds, about 10 seconds in or something, you should see a shit ton of messages for every planet.
All right. Let's see. Ah,
Hmm.
it's just really long.
At least something happened.
I'm gonna Control F combat rating. Combat rating for Tracy is 0. Combat rating for Tracy is 0. Combat rating for Tracy is 0. It's checking for Ord Tracy, then it's done. It checked twice for Ord Tracy, at least.
Oh, right. I think I know why. Right. Sorry, mistake. So
But Tracy is also still level 3.
planet. Number of planets equals 1.
Chicago, I think what he means is Chewie wearing his admiral's hat, trying to sleep with university students. I think they were university students. I've forgotten that book already. When do you think you guys will release the next update? It's going to start a new GC, but I was wondering if it's coming. So it'll be a while, and for both it'll probably be a save breaking one. So we'll do an update in advance and let people know. So you'd have several weeks in advance knowing what's happening. And like with the other ones, we'd put up a backup. So I think the backup's already available for these.
You should be able to try it. So the mistake was that update gets called for every planet, right?
Yeah.
Every 10, well, every frame actually. And the problem with that was that I updated the last update time for every planet. So maybe it got to Tracy, updated the last update time, and then the next planet in the loop wouldn't update because, well, it just updated for Tracy.
At least they're good at taking turns.
Hmm?
At least they were taking turns.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna kill this file first. Right, now we play the waiting game. No, we haven't really thought about build limits for Praetors. Part of why he's saying as many as he is also he's on Cruel, which means more expensive things will be favored. Alright, let's see. Combat rating. Wistrel. Hey, they all get a combat rating. It's 0 for everyone. Levian is 69,570, so it worked. Mutilanst is 38,710.
Right, but is it spawning?
It doesn't.
For any of...
Doesn't actually. Levian's fine. Ord Tracy should be lower.
Mission log updated.
Right, okay. I have to check
Beginning
something
construction.
really quick. Maybe my method of iteration doesn't really work. So let's see.
Oh, I think. Nope. I think your debug message won't work.
Okay.
But.
Why don't they?
Well, the spawned thing. Because it's starbase type string, but that's kind of irrelevant because that's not getting that far anyways.
So I'm just trying out something in normal Lua right now to see if this actually works. Right. So I don't think it. Oh well. Right. Yeah, I think I have to adjust something. Yeah. Okay, so my mistake was that I thought we could iterate over this table with I pairs, which only which only iterates over the number values in a table, well, the number keys in the table, but apparently it doesn't work if you actually start with 0 or put custom numbers in there. So that's actually a bit dumb because we can't guarantee that pairs loops over the table in the order we specify. So it's not guaranteed that we start with NR starbase 1. So we probably need a custom data structure for that, like a linked list or something. Right. But I'll be right back,
Okay.
and then we can work on that.
He's gonna be mad at me.
Right, that.
All right, power tiers and starbase types. So I assume we're just gonna get the index location from where it ends up on here, and then use that to get the index location on another thing. I assume this is going to be deleted, but at least I've written something in the script now. This is now not going to work. He's probably got a much cleaner way of doing this. So I won't touch it. I mean, it'll probably just end up being what I did. I might be giving EAW more credit than I deserve. Hey, Bullet. Basically, we're doing a non-unit dummy reliant version of making this stupid fucking AI notice that there's structures in places. So kind of using the like the station slot as a combat power dummy. It's not as precise as either stormtroopers or using the unit dummies, but it has some presentation benefits. So it's a trade-off either way. We're still at the phase where it could entirely just not work, but we'll see. Thank you. I was gonna start an AOTR playthrough, but then I think it was Thans or Prez, I can't remember which one, said to wait until the next patch because saves. I feel like that happened last time. There's always a next patch. Do you guys back up the versions on mod database or something? Because then I probably wouldn't worry too much about it. Just play whatever. Unless there's like something specific that I should be waiting for being fixed. I'm usually okay at working around problems anyways. Alright. Okay, I'll wait then.
Right, I am back.
I am still planning to do that as well, Reese. The last few weeks I just haven't had a chance. Because people keep wanting to do multiplayer stuff. And I've been intending to do that single player. Okay, so I did something that you'll probably not like and will want to revert, but I was bored.
I mean, what you're doing is perfectly valid, so that's okay.
Alright. I didn't change that much in the bottom, but
Power tiers, that's right, and then you get the right.
because I assume we just want the indexed location and then get the indexed location on another table.
Starbase. You need to get the Starbase type string. Starbase string equals self dot power tiers of can you change this around? So this is now the index and this CR. And here's the Starbase type. All right. Yeah, I think that works.
Oh, okay.
That's probably easier than the solution I would have done.
Okay, so I was sitting here for about 5 minutes working on parts of it and undoing it, thinking, no, he's going to delete that. And I could have just finished and tested it.
Nope. That's okay.
All right. That should all still work. I am going to delete my AI log because I don't want the old data. I don't want to restart dev build because we'd be here till next Thursday.
Right.
And it doesn't crash. And I'm selecting different planets with it not crashing. I'm kind of torn between using the default display just with different icons and just making our own particles for it. Putting it in the same place. Oh, Ordrassi did change.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing is going to level 2, but Ordrassi went from 3 to 1. And Hast went from 3 to 1, I think. Levian is staying at 2 because it does have the Golan, so I'm going to try to get rid of them.
Mission log updated. Unit
Ooh,
in
that
production.
is working. That's way easier than we expected, right? I mean, we do need.
And Levian updated.
Nice.
So I'm going to build
Under construction.
Golan. The difficulty just now I got to upgrade to the higher station. Yeah. Fuck. Fucking debug build.
Huh?
If I wanted to try having more Golans to exceed it and upgrade it more, then I'd need the prereq, which is the higher level station. So by selling the Golans, I can't build the Golans again, and then and then because it's debug, it updates them and respawns the structures, so it cancels it, and I can't. So I can
Okay,
change
so-
the star-based requirements.
So one thing we still need is, well, okay, we obviously need to change the starbase requirements, but also we need to respawn
Yeah.
things that were there before.
Yeah, so we need to check what they are, spawn the station, then spawn them.
Ooh, shit, let me just check something.
Hit Tango.
So our key dummy lifecycle handler, right?
Correct.
It loops through. So okay, basically what we need to do is to make sure that we don't replace dummies, because that's the job of our dummy lifecycle handler.
Yeah. Oh, well, like I was saying, the units work and they're more precise for the value, but they also have other side effects. So our hope with this is that we can get kind of the same effect without having to deal with the issues in like having the unit show up.
Right. Yeah, we don't want anything in our feed slot.
Like both work, but this is
Yeah.
cleaner as far as that goes. What are these fucking structures? Are they gone?
Okay, so
Are they in Core Saga? Yeah, they're in Core Saga. Shit.
all right, and we need a perception to get the current starbase level.
That should be a perception already.
It is? All right.
It should
I'm
be.
leaning.
I'd have to imagine that's used somewhere. But I also would have had to imagine you could fucking grab this stupid starbase in Lua. On the bright side, we should never need strategic Golans again. Where are you? Basic galactic equations. I lost you. There it is. Influence variable, Federation trigger, vassal trigger, weak sense control gained, Recent conflict, self-present. Max ground base, mines count, current income, planet ownership, planet as company, is company planet, is connected to enemy human, is connected to player, 0, medium. See, but when they're still making the games on the same engine, they can't do that. Modified, but still. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a basic
a
one.
variable target starbase level. I see it on your screen.
Oh, well, I'm not looking at my screen. Oh, do you mean like the function for it, or an actual equation that already exists?
No, there wasn't. It's not an equation, but there's a function for it. So you probably have to write your own equation. But
Ugh.
yes,
Oh.
but it's not that hard.
Oh.
There was a.
Oh.
Right. Listen to bullet.
Is it already used anywhere?
Oh, it's just starbase level. Don't
Okay.
listen to bullet.
Normally, if I'm just working offline, I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. With people watching, just increases the pressure to not fuck it up. So just copying this one. I call it has starbase level because that sounds fancier. Okay, I think that works. It looks like it works.
Why is there a 0.1?
That's gone.
Right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so okay, so let's get local current array. What's the equation called?
Has underscore starbase underscore level.
Starbase in one word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we could just. You can do get starbase level in Lua. That actually works. You just can't do anything with the fucking starbase. We probably didn't need this equation. But we have it now.
I agree with bullet. Should be get.
Fine, I'll change it to get.
That's great.
You people with your norms and shit. Out here, you live life on the edge. Yeah, well, I'm a professional YouTuber. I get paid in ramen and video games. I've never actually eaten ramen in my life. That was probably bad to admit because now Ek is going to be upset that I've never bought any of his sponsors. Don't play Raid Shadow Legends while eating my I don't even fucking Blessed Noodle Company, whatever the hell. He's the Blessed Noodle Merchant, but I don't know what the company's called. Clearly, he's not doing his job well.
Right, so I just realized we're doing something pretty dumb.
What are we doing that's dumb?
So, right, let's imagine you have a combat power of 100,000.
Yeah.
Right, so it'll go in here and... Oh no, it won't. Wait, it's not as dumb as I thought.
Too much coding. Someone sent the ambulance.
Is that an ambulance, a fire truck, or the police?
Why not all?
That'd be a very packed car.
I mean, you're packing a lot of scripts, so that's probably why they sent them.
I don't know if they have a rideshare program for emergency services. That's what you do with fire trucks in their downtime.
Exactly. Well, I can't
Like
test your thing up now.
Wait, we need to respawn the structures. So let's go with... So galactic, spawn.
Your German keyboard was showing.
Huh?
Your German keyboard was showing.
Is it an angry keyboard?
No, it's
No.
an or an
Ooh, eh, ooh.
Now it's just you're just typing out the sound the siren was making in the background. Ooh, ah.
Yeah, true.
Reminds me of that Family Guy joke about French sirens. Oh, no.
Baguette, baguette.
Occasional object.
Je mange les baguettes, s'il vous plaît.
Are
Sure.
the Jedi still broken in space?
Or what?
Are the Jedi still broken in space?
Broken is in their shit? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Guess we'll try this out on telly. Looks like a tiny planet.
What are you trying to do?
Testing out the thing you set up.
Oh, you can just... They're fine in auto-resolve in space. If you just auto-resolve them in the fleet. I was testing them by starting Galactic Conquest and moving up to that planet that's just north of the core. It might actually be in core. It's some sector force planet, auto-resolving the Coruscant fleet against that, then just dropping them down.
That looks like a tiny garrison. And the defense stations are here to stay, right?
Defense station? Like,
Well, the big one, the 10,000 one.
the Valaduja probably, like, those specific ones won't necessarily stay in Fall of the Republic, but there will be
Exactly.
defense stations.
Yeah, I kind of like having this massive station you can highly invest in, and the planet remains secure. I always pop one down in Mon Calamari.
Yeah, because the AI has no idea they're there. Hence the script we're making.
Right.
So you
and
won't be
can
able to do
test
that
it.
anymore. Well, you'll be able to do that. It'll just send bigger stuff against it.
Yeah.
All right. What was that, Pox?
Well,
You can test it.
Oh, sweet.
Will it also work for retreating AI so they don't just boop out of there when they have a massive station?
Depends.
Alright, drop them in and see if this works.
God, this looks so much better on a 4K monitor. I keep bringing it over to my 2K one and be like, eh.
Ew. I mean, my game looks kind of interesting on my ultra wide because everything be stretching.
Shaq records Empire at War on an ultra wide monitor, I think, and so the video ends up kind of squished sometimes.
Yeah, and then I switch back to my laptop and it's like,
Uh-oh.
oh.
We have crash.
Ooh.
So I will launch
And-
debug.
So I landed both of them and I'm not hearing squat.
We Star Destroyer fly, go vroom.
Oh, right. Oh. So one thing that's very good is so I was worried that we may actually respawn dummies, but we are actually not because
We're not spawning anything because the script crashes.
yeah, that and also because our orbital structure detection depends on what we list in game object library. So if we don't list the dummies under structures, then we are fine.
What frequency did you set this to, Kari? 200?
For like the time?
Yeah.
For
Because they've been staring at each other for 3 minutes now.
If you didn't hear it at first, then you won't hear it again.
Okay, then something is not set up correctly.
Yeah, you might want to try putting in a different sound effect again first, just to make sure you can hear it still. But it might be an overlap test or something that's failing too.
I made the overlap unique, so it shouldn't be that. But I'll plonk in a normal SFX and see if that works.
I'm planning to do more tutorials hoplite, but I haven't thought of which. Well, some I know what I'm doing, but the doing your own custom ship really depends on what state or what the starting point there is. So like modeling and skinning it, I probably won't do a full tutorial from that, but different stages.
Can it be a voice line, or does it have to be like a 3D thing? It could be a voice line, right?
It should be able to be any sound
Preset.
effect event.
Okay.
Should I AIF? Yeah, I'll do it anyways. Okay, it's not crashing yet. Uh-oh. It's crashing yet. All right. Why are
What
you
does the log
crashing?
say?
Okay, incomplete data for spawn function.
Ooh, right.
Did you?
Okay.
That is line 68.
Yeah, okay, I get why, maybe. So let me go into Galactic Util, and currently I'm using my own function wrong.
Yeah, hate to see it.
So data location, data object, data owner. But I did all these things.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything, so something is not right.
Right, okay. It's a dot, not a colon. Try again.
At least we know it was trying to spawn something.
Yeah. We got that far. Right, don't try again.
Okay.
Oh god. Let me just local starbase changed. False. We get here. Starbase changed is true. And then save starbase.
If you check your
Needs refactoring so bad it hurts looking at it. Okay, now you can try again.
You don't want to keep piling in Golans.
Nope.
Generis. Guitarist. Ornamental.
I don't
Levian.
think there's anything wrong with the SFX files.
Can you put the banter line on a different command to make sure it works independently, and then I can take a look at the scripting later?
Okay.
Right, that all seems to be working. Word chassis. I'm gonna build.
Mission log updated.
Actually, it probably won't let me
Beginning
finish,
construction.
but I'm gonna try. Nope, I can't do it. Let's try this in real build. So yeah, just like replace all of Obi-Wan's move commands and attack commands and everything with it, and then if that works, I'll see about the script.
Unless there's some sort of a limit I may have hit since. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Beginning construction.
So if this ends up working, this whole system is way easier than I expected.
Something seems to be potentially getting rid of the filter. I think it's switching the filters. Yeah.
What is switching to filters?
If you watch my view. Oh, it's unselecting the planet, maybe? Hold on. No, it's not unselecting it, but it's getting rid of the filter.
Mission log updated.
Right. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, and we can prevent that because the filter is a dummy,
Yeah.
and the dummy gets killed. Fuck.
It
So,
wasn't easier than anticipated.
right.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we need to link the combat power monitor to the key dummy thing. And the combat, so the key dummy thing listener
Enemy fleet approaching.
must react to starbase changes.
Tactical battle imminent.
So for some reason I built a Golan 3 and it now has 5 Golan 3s.
Tactical battle imminent.
Uh,
Tactical battle imminent. System
Okay.
lost.
that's not what I wanted.
Moving to coordinates.
Why though?
Tactical battle imminent.
So shouldn't it only replace the station though if it's changed from last time? Or is that not what it's doing yet?
What do you mean?
Like, shouldn't the station only get replaced if it's changing levels?
Yeah, it should.
So right now, like Ord Tracy wasn't changing levels, but it was still getting rid of the dummies. So it was still spawning in a new station, even though it shouldn't be.
Enemy forces ahead.
Worked on the normal command line.
Okay, let's see. Why is that doing?
I need to check on another
Reworking
planet to see if it was just something with. Yeah.
Mission log updated. Enemy fleet approaching. Tactical battle imminent.
Oh,
Okay, so what are we doing wrong?
I think it might be. The perception might be returning something different than the index, so it's always thinking it's different in spawning.
But our index is like the first get.
So when the index be 1, 2, 3, 4, the perception is probably 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Would might be comparing different data types.
Sure, if lure makes a difference. Yeah, it's different. That's different for lure. Let me just check that really quick. Yeah, if you try to access with 1.0 instead of 1, it's still going to work.
Hmm.
Okay, so okay, let's check the logic in here. Get the orbital structures, we get the current starbase level, we get the combat rating. So far, so good. We set starbase change to false. Then we go through all the power tiers, and the index is equal to the starbase level. And if our combat rating is less or equal than the max combat rating for that tier, then we go into this one, and then we check if the index is not equal to the current starbase level, because if the index is the same, then we haven't changed starbases. Is that right? I hope so. Okay, if we go in here, we get the starbase string, then we find the starbase type, then we spawn it, then we set starbase change to true. And then we break, because we don't need to check any other index, because we have already found the correct power rating. Okay, and
All right.
then if the starbase changed, we spawn the new stuff, or rather the old stuff back.
I'll head off for tonight, but it worked on the as normal lines, Corey, so it's something with Descript.
Right. I'll check that later.
Yes. See ya. Good night.
See ya.
Goodbye. Um,
I'm gonna see what the perception's returning, so I'm in the debug build.
right.
Shit. All right. Let's see. Spawning 0 instances of Empress Station at Farfin. Spawning 0 instances of things. Create
Okay.
return null for in our Starbase 1 at Planet Hast.
Oh,
I'm looking for current Starbase level. Current starbase level on Hast is 0. It thinks everything is 0.
Right, but so okay.
What did I do wrong?
Can you show the perception? See, so every target, starbase level. Is it? Do you need the double equal for?
I pulled that from the place that it was.
Right.
Isn't there just a Lua command that gets
Oh wait,
starbase level as
starbase
well?
level returns. Even Bob says starbase level returns values normalized 5, so level 1 base is 0.2. Okay, so we need to normalize that. So you want to multiply everything by 5. Is there a starbase level unnormalized? Oh yeah, there's a starbase level normalized. So you don't need all that checking.
I don't.
No, you don't.
What do I put
You
then?
wait, I'll post it in the dev chat.
Oh, I guess we just, yeah.
That's the only line we need.
I'd probably have to restart this. Oh well.
Oh, did you just?
Hmm?
You just closed the debug build.
Yeah, because I don't think that would load the... Or at least I'm not sure if that'd
Ooh.
load the config changes.
Right, maybe.
I'm just going to try it in dev mode. Shit.
Huh?
Oh wait, no, that did respawn something different, so I'd expect that to change.
All right.
Mission log updated.
Alright, it looks like it's okay.
Constructing. Enemy fleet approaching.
As in, it doesn't crash, or it works as
No, it looks
intended?
like it's working as intended. Nothing is changing the menus on me. It changed it on our chassis because the starbase updated, which is unavoidable
Tactical battle imminent.
and
mean-
intended.
We can fix that real quick, I think.
Construction.
Can
yeah,
we?
that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we can. So we go into key dummy lifecycle handler.
Well, I mean, because the starbase level
Tactical
updated,
battle imminent.
so it immediately would spawn the lower level base, which means the dummy's gone, which means the
Yeah, I know, but I can force respawn dummies, I
Hmm.
think.
should really check for enemy fleet presence before spawning. Yeah, so we don't spawn to level 1 like this.
Oh, wait, did we?
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay,
System
do we have a
lost.
perception for enemy fleet present?
We
Enemy fleet approaching.
do. I assume that's how the force battle thing actually works. It just spawns a starbase there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one we use for other stuff. Fuck. Vessel, recent conflict, open ground, has planetary, blah blah blah. It's connected. Production.
It's, I think, variable target dot enemy force.
Yeah, but it should exist already. Defensive galactic equations. Needs blockade lifted, I think.
Yeah, but that does other stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's not just. Why not use variable target enemy force as space force? Bob.
Offensive galactic space contrast. I think space contrast will figure out from the planet owner if there's enemy force there, so that should work.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, that's the actual equation.
okay. In that case, we can probably just do if evaluate perception base contrast. Right. So if we have an enemy fleet present, we just ignore all of that then. Just return.
Yeah.
Okay, as for the dummy respawn. Okay, so I'm gonna do something really dirty.
Not on this family-friendly stream.
I am going to require. We need. We need to do this, and I'm going to require the key dummy life cycle handler, and I hope I did make any mistakes. And we are pass that in.
And I'm back.
Welcome
Hey.
back.
Right, so we're just going to pretend the planet owner changed, which I think forces the dummy life cycle handler to respawn all the dummies on that planet.
Okay. So should I test that now?
Yeah, you can try it.
Guess what version I'm putting it in? It's not debug. Alright. If this doesn't work, one of us is fired.
Okay. So I'm the new boss.
No.
Oh.
Slorny. It didn't work.
So do we flip a coin now?
All right. So
Wait, actually,
you...
maybe. Hold on. No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I don't think it's avoidable, because I think it's still there. It's just... Maybe. No, it should
What
be
do you
back.
mean?
No, don't worry about
Mission
me.
log updated.
I'm just dumb. Definitely maybe.
Check the category filter and see what exactly determines whether or not. Wait, no,
Enemy
what?
fleet approaching.
What?
Okay. All right. Oh, so all right. I was completely wrong. So, I think what I did is maybe useful as well, but actually, we need to force respawn on
Enemy
the.
fleet approaching.
So the category filter doesn't use the key dummy lifecycle handler for human planets. So what we need to do is we need to tell it to respawn. To respawn stuff. Okay, we are going to do this the dirty way first.
It shouldn't be though, Bob, because it once they're in space, it shouldn't be spawning anything else. It wasn't spawning that one because they still invaded last time when it wasn't spawning the or when it was spawning
Mission log
the
updated.
extra space station. So we'll see if they attack Karki again.
Mm.
All right, attack me, Jarek.
Maneuvering.
Look at all these planets that you can have.
Understood. Enemy fleet approaching. Tactical battle imminent.
Right, you're not Jarek, but I'll take it.
You can test my new version now if you want to.
All right, I'm just gonna see if the New Republic. Yeah, it looks like it's fine.
System lost.
So I'll go test that.
You mean the starbase spawning and
Yeah.
respawning of structures?
The the check to make sure it doesn't spawn when there's enemies there.
Okay.
That was working. I'm not sure why building the 1 golden 3 was building 4 to 5 golden 3s, but I'll try your other thing now. This is to see if it puts the stuff back when the structure changes.
Yeah, it should hopefully keep your filter now active.
No, it does not. Yeah, it didn't.
Building started.
Why though? But it didn't
Mission
crash
log
either?
updated.
It didn't crash. I think it,
It's weird.
yeah.
Construction complete. Enemy fleet
For some reason,
approaching.
it's when I've been building these, it's spawning the wrong amount of everything.
Okay.
Like I just built a goal in 1. It says there's 3 goal in 1s in orbit, but I can only build 2 goal in 1 demolished structures, which shouldn't be different objects anyways, unless it's the New Republic versus... Yeah.
I mean, so one thing that happens is now you actually get a New Republic starbase in orbit. So that's one thing
Okay.
to keep in mind. Maybe
That's-
try it with the New Republic. And you can
Okay.
see what happens.
Yeah, it looked like
Maybe-
they were fine with the with Levian.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe try a New Republic to see what happens.
Okay. Okay, Levian 2 still has 3 golden 2s. And so there's Empire golden 2, maybe? I don't know. So there's 4 of them here, which is probably demolished for Empire and New Republic golden 2 and strategic golem 2.
Constructing unit. Constructing unit.
Wait,
Constructing
what?
unit.
No.
Why can I build so many of these? There are 10 golem 2s in orbit. Yeah, they keep adding more. Okay, there's 7 now. Okay, we're back to 7.
So-
Constructing unit.
I'm gonna keep.
Vehicle in production.
I'm gonna try to get
Unit
down
in
to
production.
a reasonable amount. Okay, down to 5.
Vehicle in production. Unit in production.
Soon there will be none.
Unit in production.
Beginning construction.
Okay, I think they're all gone. So I'm building a golem 3. Let's yeah.
Hmm.
I think it wasn't getting rid of. Well, trade port is still just 1 on Brental.
Is it just golems?
Well, there's really just golems and trade ports, so yeah, I think we need to smooth out the logic of when it wants to spawn the structures back in.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's see. We have 1 golem 3 right now on this New Republic planet. Let's give it some time and see if they replicate. All right, now I can, for some reason, build the deconstruct for so many things. But it's up to 5.
All right.
But if I give it more time,
Yeah, working as intended. Right. Well, let me think about that.
why is it always want to get to 5? Why are they different objects? Oh. You're pulling this from Game Object Library, right?
Yeah.
That might be why.
Why?
Because I'm not sure how they're defined there, but I think they have an entry and they have multiple objects. I'll have to check. Data, scripts, library, game object library. All right, where is the golem? Okay, no, Empire Golem 3 strategic. Nope, okay, never mind. I don't know why it's spawning that many of what appears to be different structures. But it is just 1.
Ooh,
No, it may
wait.
not be 1.
I have a theory, and it may be a bug in my spawn function.
All right.
Going to Galacticutor. Right. Can you? Right. Don't hate me, but
Oh, no.
please launch the debug build
Mm.
and enable AIFF script.
Okay.
And my spawn function should actually log what it's spawning. So
Groofus, boarding will be back in the next major patch, assuming that it doesn't re-break or isn't still broken. We don't have a time frame for anything. Okay, I'm in the debug build. What am I doing?
Do AIFF script, and we'll just have a look at what's being spawned.
Okay. Okay, there's 3 golden 2s here, which is what I spawned there. But for some reason, these are all buildable. I think that's a red herring or something. I don't know. Now there's nothing. Allegedly. But I can still build the demolished structures.
Right, so what's in the log?
Even though... I can't build any more golden 2s. So something's here. Alright, let's go to the log. Levian, spawning 1 instance. Okay, that's Chief of State. That's not what I want. Is there a specific debug log I'm looking for?
So it should be
Spawning instances of...
Yeah, just look for galactic util : spawn.
Yeah, minor... Spawning 1 instance of thingies at places. Orshim, Jägerminer, spawning 0 instances of these guys. Alright, I want at Levian.
So, is there anything that stands out?
Spawning 0 instances of Empress Station at Levian. Spawning 3 instances of Empire Golan 2 Strategic. Spawning 3 instances of Rebel Golan 3 Strategic. Spawning 3 instances of Rebel Golan 2.
Why?
It thinks it's the same object that it wants. But where's Empire Golan 2? Why doesn't it just spawn Empire Golan 2? Oh, wait, it spawns 3 of those, 3 of those, 3 of those, and 3 of those. So it's spawning 12 of them.
Ah, I know why.
I don't think we
here's
actually
the
need
thing.
the strategics anymore.
Right, so I know what's happening.
Okay.
Right? We have defined in game object library an equation that checks for a specific golan. Right? And it's the same equation for the Rebel and the Empire version.
And the strategic
So-
ones.
And the strategic one. So it's going through all the possible structure types that could be there. And it'll run this equation. And of course, something is there. One of the golans is there. Great. So, yeah.
Okay, so on a specific level, I don't think we need more than one version of each Golan anymore. But for code purposes, do we want to fix any of that for this? Or just get rid of the extra Golans?
Right. I mean, if we don't need the extra golans, we can...
Because it's just
I
for
don't
fighters,
mind.
and that we can do through fighter spawns in this anyways. I don't even know if we use... Yeah, I don't think we use fighter spawn on these
then I'd
guys.
say if all right.
Yeah, we do not need this many golems.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
So we don't need to fix that technically.
XML spawns are currently used for golems.
I
Says
don't
Bob.
think that's true. Because it doesn't have spawn squadron in the behaviors for generics. And the game object libraries, I'm pretty sure the entries have their own fighters. Yeah, they're at least defined. I'm pretty sure we use these. Because there's not like a CSA version, but I'm pretty sure they spawn the correct ones. So we just need to remove the extra ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so we don't
okay,
need to...
then we don't need to fix the Lua.
No, the Lua can remain hiddenly broken. Until we do the same thing that we used to do with the Golans with something else.
I mean, the only thing was different fighters, I think. Or was there something else?
That was the only thing that the Golans were different for.
Yeah. Okay.
But if we have something else that we want... But there's other ways around that too, so...
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
So,
concerned.
I mean, the one thing I'm thinking about right now is maybe grouping, like introducing a feature for game object library that allows grouping stuff together, maybe?
Maybe.
Or rather, wait, so no, we just remove the extra ones from the structures thing because it's all the same, right? For our structures. Remove the extra golems from the structure table. Then
Yeah.
what should be done? But
Yeah,
on the
'cause
other
they're being
hand,
removed from the code anyways. What? What did...
well, if we ever have to use so if we ever have the same object for different factions and we must have it with different XML objects, then we'll have to write different equations for it.
Yeah, but I don't think we will need to do that. Because generally if something is doing something different for different factions, then it should probably just be its own object anyways. Like, it shouldn't be named the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, like, the only reason we do variants like that or would need different ones is minor stuff like fighters, which is handled differently now.
Yeah.
And like the generic or like the regular Golans and then the strategic Golans, which had different starbase level requirements, but starbases aren't a thing anymore. So
Right. Okay.
I think we're
We
good
can
for
just
now.
go with one Golan type.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so then the only question remaining is why isn't the goddamn category filter updating?
I don't know. I think we're going to leave the stream there. We have it pretty much working. We'll just fix that last thing, and I'll do the Golan cleanup in this branch before merging it in. But because we are
You can do
4
me
hours
a
deep.
favor
What?
and check the AI log for category filter spawn category dummy started before we wrap this up.
Yeah. That should be in the last one, right?
Yeah.
Category filters, one word.
Yes.
Category filter check. Oh.
It should be somewhere below the information that. Yeah, so if you see spawn starbase on somewhere, then below that should be spawn
Tracy.
category filter.
Yeah. Spawning one instance of blah blah blah. Force respawn dummies on Tracy. Wait, should it be above or below this?
Below the spawn starbase.
Where would the spawn starbase be relative to category? Oh, that's probably why. Defensive, don't care. Okay, here we go. Spawn enter starbase 1 at Tracy. Key dummy lifecycle handler on owner changed. About to clear dummies on planet Tracy. And then it spawns them again.
Okay, so nothing about. Wait, current starbase? Can you. Wait, spawn. Okay, it's there. But for some reason. Clear dummies. Wait a second.
Waiting a second.
Okay, the thing you're showing right now, can you scroll down a few more lines? Okay, so
Oh.
there's.
It's spawning them, then it's clearing them.
Wait, where?
Like if you look at the order it's doing it, category filter, spawn category dummy started.
Yeah, that's correct, because to make sure that we aren't having doubles, we're clearing
Yeah, but then
the previous ones.
it doesn't look like it's
And-
getting back into spawning them.
Right, it's a bit weird because somewhere there should be category filter spawn category dummy finished at some point.
Yeah, it's
Um,
spawn category dummy started, clear dummies started, clear dummies finish, spawn
that's so
category
weird,
dummies never finishes.
because
No, it finishes for
in-
the next planet.
wait, it finishes for the next planet?
So yeah, I look for it. It starts for Tracy, then it does the clear dummy started,
right,
clear dummies
because,
finished.
it's only finishing if that's actually the selected planet.
Oh,
Right. So okay. So
do I need to go back in and
Tracy,
make sure I have it selected again?
yeah, that would be nice. So make sure you build something on your planet. Make sure it stays selected, and maybe stuff works.
Warning, collect spawn unit, create return null for inner starbase spawn at Tracy.
I think that's probably a warning we'll get every time
Yeah.
because the spawn unit, well, it doesn't return anything for star bases.
Okay. Yeah, FF script. Start as Empire. I'm going to keep Tracy selected. And that one
And
updates on its own. Because
you,
it starts at 3 and it goes down to 1.
you probably want to delete the AI.
Oh, yes. No, I just launched it, but I guess that's still easier. Crap, it happened just as I fucking... Trying this again. Thanks, Oliver. I read that Bob as blame Puerto, and I was like, what did he do now? Okay, I have Ord Chassis selected. I have a filter selected. Now we play the 10-second waiting game, and it's gone. Alright, Chassis, backward direction. Here we go. Spawn category dummy started. Clear dummies started, clear dummies finished. Spawn category dummy finished.
And still, it doesn't update the filters?
I think it's spawning them, then it's getting rid of them.
Why would it?
I don't know.
Why is it getting rid of them? I mean, the clearing happens before we start spawning.
Yeah.
So if you look at where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
so we are doing the clearing.
Mm-hmm.
That removes the old dummies. And if we are not on a human planet, we just return. And if we don't have an active filter, we return. And otherwise, we spawn the active filter or rather we create a list with the active filter and the placeholder dummies and spawn it. So there shouldn't be anything that's being removed.
I don't know.
Right? I mean, to be honest, I think it's a pretty dumb system if you have to reselect your stuff all the time.
It's not all the time, it's just if it updates that. We should be able to solve this, but I'm pretty sure like it should be easily solvable, but it's not broken.
Are you sure? What if... I don't know. Maybe.
Bob, because clear dummies gets called within here. Every time you start spawn category dummy, it goes to clear first and then it does it.
Right. Just to make sure that we aren't keeping old dummies around.
Because right now it's only changing it if the structures change or the station changes.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a star right in the view. anyways, we'll get that figured out, and I'll clean up the golems and stuff. But thanks for watching, everyone. I need to get dinner, and see you later.